Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Tuesday today, and here I am with a sketch challenge for you. Every Tuesday at this time, I jump on and share a sketch challenge. Now, all of the measurements and the actual sketch will go live in Facebook and on Instagram in about a half hour's time. So if you miss any of it, or you just want to grab that image so that you can play along at some other time, it'll be on my Facebook page, group, and also on Instagram. So you can grab it from there. That way you're not kind of panicking to write everything down or try to take screenshots of the image as I go through. So it's a very rainy day here on the West Coast. Yeah, it's kind of I won't say it's our first rainy day, but it's the first rainy day for a little bit. We've had such a gorgeous fall and an amazingly gorgeous weekend. I went out on, I think I said this, I went out on Saturday with a coat, a sweater, a scarf, and oh my gosh, it was so lovely and warm out. Hey, Lynn. So it's not like that today. It's not real cold, but it's definitely a rainy fall day. My poor sister is coming back from a cruise to Hawaii and is waiting for a flight and is delayed in Vancouver. So I hope that she gets home. Unfortunately, it's snowing, I think, in Calgary, or has snowed. So they're getting winter weather while we're getting kind of our wintry fall rainy weather. All right, let's get started on the sketch. It's a pretty simple sketch. I kind of really like the look of it. I created a card for something else with this layout and really liked the way it turned out, so thought I'd use it for a sketch. So I'm going to flip over to my desktop and we'll get started. So look, really easy. How easy could this be? It's only got 3 layers, but there's some different things you could do with this, I think, if you wanted to kind of fancy it up a little bit. Hey, Felicia, you can always add in die cuts and things like that. Can you believe it, though? I'm not even going to do that today because I thought I would keep it kind of plain and simple. So your card base is 5.5 by 8.5. Actually, mine that I've cut is 4 1/4 by 11. You could use either, doesn't really matter. So 5.5 by 8.5 or 4 1/4 by 11. Then you've got a piece of cardstock, designer series paper, embossed cardstock, whatever it is you want. That's that blue layer that is 3 3/4 by 5. So you will end up a little bit more of the card base showing. And then this kind of orangey golden color is 3 inches by 4 1/4. Again, designer series paper, cardstock, embossed cardstock, all sorts of things that you could do with this. And then a sentiment layer. Now I said 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/4. Mine is actually 1/2 inch. So I always gauge what your sentiment piece, the size you need by what sentiment you're going to use. My sentiment is not very big, so that's why I've got a 1/2 inch. Okay, so that's the sketch. I'm using, this is the gorgeously made stamp set. There is a bundle, but I'm not using the bundle. I'm going to combine it with a piece of this gorgeous, it's called Masterfully Made. It's part of the suite designer series paper. I love this. Not sure you can see it, but it's kind of mixed media. So if you've ever done mixed media where you layer, there's actually printing that's kind of hard to see, but it's like you're adding layer and layer of paint onto this. And I'm sure that's how they've created it. By stenciling and stamping and all sorts of things. So I love this because I love to do mixed media. The other side is really pretty as well, but I'm going to use this piece here. And what else have I got? I have got a piece of blueberry bushel. So mine's 4 1/4 by 11. Again, you could use 5.5 by 8.5. I just kind of went through and looked to see what colors. There's so many colors to choose from in this designer series paper. And then my piece of my layer number 1 is basic white because I just really love the pop of color on there. And then, of course, my sentiment layer. And I've got a piece of basic white that's 4 inches by 5 1/4 for the inside of the card. Okay, so I'm going to do some stamping first of all. So I've got this. This is the basic white. This is layer number 1. And I'm going to do some stamping. There it is, blueberry bushel. I'm going to do some stamping in Blueberry Bushel, and I'm going to stamp around the edge of this and create a frame. And I'm going to use this. I love, like I said, if you've ever done mixed media, you often layer, and print words are very popular. So I'm going to use this stamp here and create a bit of a border. Now, I don't think you can read any of these words, but at least let's get them straight up and down. So I'm going to start kind of at the top. Let's just make sure that's okay. Let me get it straight. Oh, didn't do very well. Let's turn that. Tried to practice. Make sure I get them. Okay, I think that's close. Okay, try that again. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm not doing it all the way. I'm just kind of creating a border with these words. And my goodness, I can't stamp straight today if my life depended on it. There we go. So I've got just a border of the stamping. And while I have my Blueberry Bushel out, I'm going to stamp thank you. If I can find a little block. Oopsie, there we go. So if we can see if we can get this one straight. I always stamp it and test it because my labels aren't always on straight. Oh, not too bad. Okay, and then we might as well on the inside of the card, let's get all of our stamping done. Let's see. Okay, I am going to test this one because I do want that. Okay, I think I have it. Not too bad. Okay, so that'll be for the inside of the card. And that's all of our stamping done. Let's bring my other pieces in. And my paper trimmer. So, hey Mary, welcome. So again, this is 4 1/4 by 11. So we'll score this at 5 1/2. And then fold it. As always, oops, tails. Use your bone folder. So fold into the mountain or the raised line and use your bone folder. And then this piece is going to go on. And this piece. You know, in some ways, I wish I had done that outside in yellow or maybe berry burst, but next time. I think it would have looked really pretty in a different color, but yeah, anyway, there's a reason to make this card again using a different color. Okay. All right, before I oh no, I am going to adhere that down. I was thinking I was going to put ribbon on, but because my ribbon or my sentiment is going to go across like that, I'm going to adhere this down. And then I will put some ribbon on it as well. So this first layer, the white layer, is normally it's 1/4 of an inch smaller, so 4 inches by 5 1/4, or in metric, 1/2 centimeter, or no, sorry, yeah, 1/2 centimeter smaller. But in this case, I've actually made it. Let's see, I've made it smaller than that. So I made it actually 1/2 an inch smaller than I normally do all around. I grabbed this is the iridescent ribbon. I don't know what suite this is from. It's really pretty. It's white. I'm not going to tie a bow. I'm just going to kind of zigzag it like that underneath my sentiment piece. It's got a really nice shimmer to it. So I'm going to just take a piece of a little strip of Stamp and Seal, and I'm just going to zigzag my ribbon back and forth along that. It'll be held in place by my sentiment as well, but this will just kind of keep it in place so it doesn't move. And I'm going to cut this a little longer than I normally would. Cutting just a little bit of a diagonal, and if you Good. There we go. Okay, so that's going to go on there. And let's see. I've got all these kind of the remnants of sheets of my dimensionals, so I'm trying to use them up before I open a new package. This is some of the mini ones. I have a ton of mini ones. I don't know. I use way more of the regular size dimensionals than I do of the mini ones. So I always end up with lots of sheets. Okay, so to go along with my iridescent ribbon, I've pulled out the flat backed adhesive. What are they? Flat adhesive backed pearls. Get my words in the right order. And these kind of coordinate because they're iridescent, shimmery like the ribbon is. And so I thought having some of that on the front of the card. There's one there. Oopsie. Like that. And then one more of the big ones there. Okay, so that's my card front. Now, where did the inside of my card go? Like here. I'm going to just quickly grab the other card that I made that I based this on so you can kind of see the difference just by... Okay, so there's my card. Blueberry bushel using the cardstock from the masterfully made designer series paper. So I'll show you this card. This is actually one of the thank you cards. If you placed an order with me in this month, you will get a make and take kit, an order of $50 or more. You will get a make and take kit with 3 cards in it, and it's based on the modern garden or garden walk. And so this is one of my favorite pieces of designer series paper. I've used Poppy Parade. You could probably use Real Red. And so that was my inspiration because I really loved how that card turned out. And I stamped the flowers in Poppy Parade and behind it. So you can see how kind of, I mean, there's the same layout for the most part, but they do look quite different with the white versus the pop of color around it. So it's kind of, what did I do on the inside? I think I just stamped the little flower in Poppy Parade. Yeah, so you can see by using different cardstock and different colors and the white versus the, I kind of flipped it around. I used basic white for the card base on that first card and then the color behind it. And then on my one I made today, I used the color as the card base and the white behind it. So it creates a really different look, but it's a great way to play with your colors and see which way you like it best. All right, everybody. So there's the sketch. It will go live, as I said, the image and all the measurements on that sketch will go live in about 15 minutes time, both Facebook group page and also on Instagram, so you can grab it from there. Don't forget to share your projects. If you're part of my Facebook group, and you're welcome to join my group, don't forget to share your projects. Every month I share some happy mail with a few people that have shared their projects. I do just kind of a random draw, so if you share your projects, you'll be in the draw, and you could be one of the recipients of some happy mail from me. I love to see what everybody is creating. All right, so this week, let's see, tomorrow I will be live with a technique at 2 o'clock Pacific. And then Thursday, my time is changing a little bit. I have an appointment in the afternoon, so I will be live at 4 o'clock Pacific, or 4:30 Pacific. So a little later than I normally am on Thursday. So come join me. I will be showing you 3 cards that if you place an order with me in November, you'll receive the make and take kit. So if you place a $50 order with me in November, you'll get the make and take kit for that. And I am using the new Meandering Garden, Meandering Meadows, which is an online exclusive that you'll be able to get your hands on starting November 7th. So that's what the make and take kit will be based on. So I'll show you 3 cards that you would get. And if the order is $75 or more, you will get the embellishments that you can use to make to add to your cards. All right, so come join me tomorrow and then on Thursday, and I hope you have a great week, everybody, and hope the weather is not too bad where you are. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me today. Happy stamping. Bye.